going to draw the perfect picture of me and Dad.
The perfect picture?
Yes. What does perfect mean?
G'day everyone, g'day you cheeky dogs. Thanks for coming to our live stream for our Beyond Bluey podcast today with our deep dive into perfect. Obviously there's myself, Aussie Gal Margie.
And I am Pugly. We are very excited to talk about this episode. We didn't know the perfect time to talk about this special Father's Day episode because Father's Day is next month, but next month we also get the minisodes. We want to try to focus on that next month. So enjoy this early Father's Day for America, at least. Special.
Yeah. Just wanted to shout out to Wolf. Thanks for saying you like my glasses. The reason why I have them on is because I have my own muffin and socks, and unfortunately we've all got conjunctivitis. So rather than looking real weird, I'm just gonna wear these instead, and it helps with the light shining in my eyes. So that's why I've got bingo glasses on.
Yo, someone says bingo glasses bling, so we got supporters in the chat, don't worry.
Nice. Thanks, guys. So that's sleigh glasses. I appreciate it. Love everyone. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But yeah, like we said, we are doing a whole deep dive into Perfect. It was technically the first episode of season 3 because it did come out for Father's Day in September in Australia as a one-off episode before season 3A was actually dropped. But it's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's midway through season 3 on Disney?
On Disney Plus, yeah. It's I have it right here. It is episode 14 on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
So,
in case you guys are wondering where the glasses are from, these are from Target. FYI. So thanks, guys. Really love the love. Yeah, so 14. I always found that interesting. I'm like, why didn't they make this the first episode?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know in Disney Plus, Hammer Barn's the first episode of season 2. And I don't know why, but I've watched Hammer Barn more than arguably any Bluey episode. Even though it's not my favorite, I just love that episode. It makes me laugh so hard.
It's the same thing. The first 3 episodes are all the incorrect order as well. It's Hammer Barn, Feather Wand. Yeah, it gets mixed up. So
I think that's in season 1 as well. Magic Xylophone and Keepy Uppy. Keepy Uppy's first, but Magic Xylophone in Australia was first, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, in the comment section, let us know what you think of this episode. Perfect. We're going to be throwing your comments up on the screen as often as we can. So please let us know. I love throwing your comments up and seeing what you guys say. Someone loves your background. Pugly did the background for us, so I don't know, it looks so good.
I tried to do something nice. The other ones were animated as well, but they're so hard to see. So I thought this one was be easier to see.
Yeah. Oh, really loving the love of my glasses. Maybe I should just wear them more often. Okay, so we should obviously talk about obviously you guys have seen the title of this podcast. So we are focusing initially on chatting about the cut scene or the censored scene between the vasectomy joke and the dog teeth joke. And then obviously we're going to do more of a deep dive into the themes of this episode. So I guess let's start off with the Australian version of this episode, and I'll put the clip up for you guys now.
It was all pretty quick, really. It was just in and out, and I even got to keep them.
Look, I'm keen to get it done, but Chili, she wants to keep her options open, but I don't know. Do we want any more of these things running around? Hey!
So cute. Yeah, so we had great comment already, Wolf. Does it imply that we'll get a third healer? So I always wondered about this because they changed it so significantly from the meaning of it between the Disney version of I'm just getting my teeth removed. What if I want to bite someone one day?
Yeah, which is such a weird, threatening thing from Bandit.
Right? Yeah. Whereas the Aussie version is obviously very specifically talking about the fact that they're still thinking about having more children. They're two totally different topics. So what did you think when you first saw that it was switched to the dog teeth joke?
Yeah, it's funny. When I first got into Bluey, I actually was watching a ton of your videos, and I was aware of the vasectomy stuff. And when I saw that the dog teeth was being talked about, I was like, that is really bizarre to me, because I was like, this doesn't even feel like it makes sense. I don't know. Dogs don't really get their dog teeth removed and stuff, and it felt really weird for a show centered around these lovable, wholesome animals being what if I want to bite someone? It's what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It was really weird. It's a really weird choice. They could have done anything. They could have made it, I guess, more subtle. It's already subtle. I don't think it needed to be removed in the first place.
Yeah. I saw a couple of people asking that they don't maybe this is actually a good one that they don't specifically understand that joke. The Aussie version where he's talking about the vasectomy joke, it is a very adult joke in Bluey, and perhaps that is also why, it's because it's so adult. But then in that case, like obviously there's people here who don't quite understand it, so it's one of those adult jokes that adults get and that it flies under the radar for other people. It means getting neutered, like for dogs, like when you don't want your dogs to have any more puppies, the male gets neutered so that they can't keep reproducing. The human version of that is a vasectomy. The dog version is neutering. So yeah, it leads to the same thing. It's still puppies versus babies kind of thing.
It's clipping of a certain tube in the organ, so it prevents certain reproductive stuff from happening, to put it simply, without using vulgar terms.
I did see someone, I had your comment up just before, but they said that Perfect and the episode Bedroom, because they do technically in the Aussie version come one after the other, is very much a 1-2 punch. Like it's so set up for the fact that like him talking about wanting more kids, but Chili's still undecided. And then in Bedroom, we see that. Like we see Chili still being undecided about having children when she's packing up the nursery and she's getting really emotional about it. So I think that's right. Like I think Perfect is obviously meant to be the first episode, with Bedroom coming second, because it doesn't work otherwise with how the placement that Disney's done.
Absolutely. And in Perfect, maybe it's because he's talking with Fido, but he's like still indecisive. But in Bedrooms, he's like, all right, so we're getting rid of the cot. And Chili's like, oh
yeah,
it's like Chili's still upset, but Bennett's like, I've made my decision. It seems like, at least that's how I took it. I don't know.
Yeah. What is a big shout out? Thank you so much, Gaming Excel. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Gaming Ease. Sorry, the glasses, man. I can't see properly. Thank you, Gaming Ease. But yeah, what I say? Someone just had it up here as well. But yeah, so I do, because I think like if they'd had a socks episode straight after Perfect, in like say the Disney version, the biting people thing might have like clicked in a bit better, because of course like the only dogs that bite in Bluey are socks, especially puppy socks. So it could be like, I don't know, linked in with that, or even if they'd put like the archaeology short just before Perfect.
That'd be cute. I mean, like the only other biting incident is, I guess, in Copycat, where Bingo like chomps, but that's like supposed to imitate the. Oh, there we go. We're supposed to imitate the budgie, but yeah, there's not a lot of biting.
Someone just Michael Stewart, Margie, you know who should get neutered? Coco's dad.
Oh my god,
that's a good joke. That's a good joke. But yeah, so I do always wonder, like, if it was like that's what Joe Brum decided to do. He's like, okay, well, we've already had the joke in archaeology of Bandit like biting on the dog bone that's like a prehistoric bone. Maybe I can fit that joke in and it'll be like kind of funny.
Oh, maybe. So, and then like there's that whole side debate on why that's even like a band short. Like, why is that not on air anymore? It's, oh my god.
Oh, it's not?
You can't find it unless you go to YouTube. It's removed from the official channel.
Oh, it's on the DVDs. That's where it first appeared.
Oh.
So before
really?
It was on, yeah, it's on like the ones you can buy
God.
here in America. It's season 2, a bonus bit, archaeology, and that's how it first popped up on YouTube. Was someone recorded it off their DVD and put it up, and then I think like a year and a half later, finally the Bluey official channel did also put it up. But
I must be thinking of another. The Tongue Twisters is the one that was like removed. There's a one that's like removed. If anybody knows, support me, because I don't want to sound crazy.
I love it. Someone's like, Disney can be really strict for censoring. I do wish. I am really sad that they didn't find a way to keep this joke in, because like we said, it fits perfectly with Bedroom, and it really does imply the possibility in the future for there being another baby.
Definitely how you view it.
Yeah. So, but I guess now we know that that's not happening. Like Brandy's the one who is getting the baby, which we were all very shocked about. And I'm assuming eventually Frisky and Rad will obviously have a baby as well, and that sort of those things. So, I mean, at least at the end of the day, they decided to not let it affect the storyline too specifically. It's just the order of the episodes that gets changed because of it.
Right. And it's pretty crazy because like they wanted to censor that particular thing, and I guess maybe because it's like more adult, but we have tons of adult themes in the show. Like even I believe the show is in season 2, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that wasn't censored. It's like miscarriages are okay, but vasectomies aren't. It's like
Yeah.
okay.
It's one of those things that like just the ratings. Maybe one day that'll happen. Anyway, I guess then going on from that, if you cheeky dogs want to let us know in the comments what you think about these two jokes, which one you find funnier, the I want to bite someone one day joke or the vasectomy joke, let us know. But otherwise, the next thing we did want to talk about was the Bluey versus Bingo. Who is more perfect? So I'll put this clip up.
I'm going to draw the perfect picture of me and Dad.
The perfect picture.
Yes. What does perfect mean?
So, what does perfect mean? Really, 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 really good.
Really good. Yeah.
I at first was kind of like rewatching this now and like seeing like the age of my kids and what they can comprehend. Bluey is like what 6 turning 7 around this age, give or
Mhm.
take a bit.
Mhm.
I'm surprised she doesn't know what perfect is, but Bingo does.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty peculiar. It makes you wonder if like I was gonna say maybe the schooling, like Mrs. Retriever taught perfect for some reason, but I don't know. That's such a far-fetched headcanon. And like
Yeah.
assuming Bluey wouldn't also be taught that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I love how like Wolf is like double bingo basically means bingo is the most perfect. Yeah, that
Oh my
episode was
god.
I had
Yeah.
some awkward lines in it of like favoritism with kids.
Yeah. Yeah, the more perfect thing
True.
is it's such a weird thing because like it's like Bluey's like taking what is being said of like, oh, this drawing is perfect, and then like she puts it Chili puts it over Bingo's drawing, and I think Bluey takes it to heart, and that's like, oh, I have to be perfect to impress
Yeah.
everyone. And
Yeah,
it's
I'll
like
put that
I think
yeah.
okay, yeah, put the clip.
What's wrong this time?
I don't know. It's just not perfect enough.
Perfect enough for what? Yeah, it's perfect. Look, I'm just going to put it on top of Bluey's for now. Oh, hi, Bluey.
Every time.
So
But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. She has like internalized it as like
Mhm.
because you can see even in that clip that she doesn't quite know why she really needs it to be perfect, but she does understand that that was the moment when she felt really sad about it.
Yeah, and it's like it's sad because like it's later in the episode there's like a third act where Chili even has to admit to Bluey it's like we're not all perfect. It's like no one's perfect. Like I believe I have a clip I sent you, but essentially she's like yeah, like even I'm not perfect and it's like being a parent is hard and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, kid. I'm not perfect, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
Yeah. I agree. Like I do think it's a really good way of showing that both parents can mess up, obviously, and make mistakes and sadly hurt their children's feelings, even though they obviously don't mean to. But
Mhm.
at the same time, like, yeah, adults aren't perfect, kids aren't perfect, things don't have to be perfect. But yeah, if you try your best, that's what matters most, I think. And
Absolutely.
like, yeah, and I think we talked about this. Like, whilst Chili is the one trying to say that, Bingo, on the other hand, is like, nah, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you every single time you do a drawing that is not good enough. Like, no, you can't see you. No, I can't see your back. You know, that doesn't look like a sofa. That looks like a chair. Like, she
Yeah.
is like brutal honest the whole time. And then I think there's this clip as well.
It's supposed to be a picture of Dad and me.
Bluey, it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Dad will love anything you do.
Yeah,
So sweet.
it
I
is
love
sweet.
that.
And then they go through the whole like, what about this line? What about this dot? She's like, yes, okay, fine, put in some effort.
Yeah. And it's funny that Bingo is so critical on this is the byproduct of her being her age, but like she's so critical on like Bluey's drawing, but like she's like
Yeah.
perfectly content with her drawing, and you could argue her drawing might not even be perfect, but gosh, it's like
Yeah.
she's very confident with herself. I love her.
It
Bingo's
is, yeah.
such a doll.
Bingo has a lot of confidence that I think, and I wonder if this is like an age thing as well, that obviously Bluey's older, so she's starting to occasionally doubt herself more, be more like self-aware, whereas Bingo is still in that pure confidence stage. Like nothing could
Mhm.
really rock her. She does mention in this episode, though, I remember she's like, yeah, Dad's games are always too tough, or too rough, which of
Too
course
rough.
is a throwback to Yoga Ball, where she's like,
Yoga
yeah,
Ball,
he
yep.
needs to calm down. But she's still very confident in what she says all the time and her thoughts and feelings, whereas this, I think season 3 as well, and this starts it, is seeing Bluey get older and more self-aware. Like we see her becoming self-aware of her feelings in this, and then the very last episodes with the sign,
Oh
you
my
also
god,
see
I
her
love
like
that.
having
She's
more
like so mature.
comprehension.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really see her change a lot from this first episode all the way through to episode 49 and then 50, of course, as well, with her being all grown up. But I do think that's really interesting, is that like obviously their parents are trying to encourage them that like it's important to try hard, and even if things are tough, that you still try, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
And here's a fun one I had written down ever since we talked last night. I wanted to know if you've ever had like that fridge moment with like perhaps your kids. Have you ever had something like that? I imagine maybe no, but I don't know.
Actually, to be honest, it has happened where like my son's brought home, like, because they do artwork all the time at preschool, and he's like brought home
Yeah.
his artwork, and then there's like the moment where like my youngest daughter, who's like a socks age, she grabs it and she wants to tear it, and he freaks out. He's like, no, my hard work. And of course it's like, you know, a picture with some scribble lines on it, like it's not anything in particular, but he has such an attachment to his artwork and how much he cares for it. So I've got that
Mhm.
section, but I'm yet to, luckily I'm not at the point yet of like throwing things over one other kid's on top of the fridge or anything like that. They have separate art folders that we put things into, so we try to do it that way. But we do. We're very much still in the muffin and socks facey talk, like trying not to hug things from each other, trying to learn to share. We're very much in that phase of life right now.
Absolutely. And I think I caught a glimpse of that yesterday, and you handled it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my kids and their Pokemon. But I guess then, yeah, if we want to then transfer then from the idea of perfect into the idea of tough. And where's the okay, we got this part here.
Perfect is tough, Bluey. I'm just warning you.
It's fine. Oof, it's not straight. Start again. Has to be perfect.
So yeah, so I had honestly at first missed that one line of like perfect is tough. I was like, oh, they did mention it right at the very beginning of the episode, and I just missed it.
Mhm.
Because yeah, I think I'd mentioned to you in my head, I'd honestly forgotten that these were the same episode. I'd had it separated, so like the focus on perfect and the focus on it's a good thing you're tough. Because yeah, we use the line like it's a good thing you're tough all the time in my household.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, because especially because it's a really good way I think of teaching children like it's a good thing you're tough. You can keep going. You can keep trying. So it like builds confidence, but also lets them know like they can keep making mistakes as long as they try again. Like that's what matters, sort of thing.
Absolutely. And I really enjoy that this like I guess mantra that bingo, oh my god, that Bandit is instilling into Bluey is like the reason why it leads Bluey into her epiphany that drawing is tough, but it's a good thing that she's tough. So, you know, no matter if something's not perfect, you know, she's perfect enough for her dad,
Yeah.
you know? I love it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I think it's really good. We got the clip here for it.
Well, Bluey, it's a good thing you're tough.
So yeah, drawing is tough. But
It's a good thing I'm tough.
yep.
So
Yeah.
sweet. I love this episode.
Yeah. I see a few people in the comments here. So one of them here is don't tell your dad.
Don't tell your dad.
That one clip as well. I'm just like, whilst that is really funny and it is a very parent thing to do, it's also not a good thing to do because you shouldn't be keeping secrets from each parent. But it is a really funny moment with like the chilly, like evil glare, and like that's not what you should be saying.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I just thought about this now. Bluey's like, well, everything has to be perfect. And then like, what's the first thing that Bandit tells you? And it's like, it's not a perfect aspect of Bandit. And it's like, Bandit's not even perfect.
Actually, that's great. I didn't even think about it that way. That's so good. Yeah. No, I really like that idea that I think them trying to show that like, yeah, everyone is flawed and that's okay. It's just like a part of life. And it's just, yeah, like it's a good thing you're tough that you can like figure this out. I think I really like that.
Yeah,
But,
there's always so many
yeah.
layers to Bluey episodes. I love it. It's like you just got to
So-
peel the first one to get to the next one. It's so good.
Yeah. So I guess then we can sort of go on then to some of our favorite like little things about this episode and the fact that there are so many games in this
Absolutely, yeah.
episode. So in the comment section as well, guys, if you can let us know. So I think the games we had were okay, so there was the boomerang game, the no ticket game,
Mhm.
the seat game. Is that what they call it? Sitting game, chair game.
Yeah, is that the one where like he comes in and says, "Here's Dad"? Is that
Oh
the
no,
one?
that's Here's Dad. That's the other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so we've got Here's Dad, and then the one where he pretends to sit on Bluey like she's a chair, and then
Yeah.
they've got No Ticket and then Boomerang. I think that's the
Mhm.
4 games that we have.
You're right. Yep. I just went through
Yeah.
the entire episode like real quick. Yeah, you're right.
So mine, I'm going to show you Tiki Dog. So my favorite one, of course, is the no ticket scene because it's an Indiana Jones reference, and we've had so many of those in the show, like Yoga Ball. Again, a nice way, actually, two references to Yoga Ball in this, with Bingo saying that Dad's games are too rough, and then of course the no ticket scene is another Indiana Jones reference. So I'll put them up for you guys
Oh.
now.
Ticket.
Oh, I don't have one.
No ticket.
No ticket.
So good. Oh my god.
But yeah, that was like always one of my like favorite little Easter eggs and like little parts like that. And someone here where we got James said Bandit is straight up Australian Indiana Jones. I like to call him Indiana Bones. That is like one of my favorite
that's
jokes.
so
So, like,
cute.
he would be Indiana Bones. But yeah, so
Bandit seems to really. I like when they like have this reoccurring thing where like Bandit seems to really love pop culture and like like I guess anything related to like Greek
Yeah.
stuff as well. But like the pop culture references is consistent, like you said with Yoga Ball and then this one, both Indiana Jones. It's really cool.
yeah, I think I absolutely love those. But yeah, what's your out of those games? Which one is your favorite?
Okay, so I mean, like the ticket one is amazing because who doesn't love being thrown as a child? That was like so fun as a kid. I don't know if anybody else has had that happen. Assuming it's safe, it was so fun. But boomerang has definitely got to be one of the more creative ones as well. Just because I've never seen anything like it, I think it's just so fun. I should be pulling up a clip here.
Oh, boomerang!
Boomerang?
Really?
Oh.
Whoa! Hey. Oh man.
It's so cute. And then
Yeah.
he throws it later. It's so funny.
I think, I wonder if I've got the picture. Maybe I don't. But that boomerang scene is and again, because this is meant to be the first episode, it's the start as well of Cornelius, Winton's dad's story arc. So, like season 1, season 2, we saw him on dates in the background, like in cafe and quiet game. And then in this scene, in the boomerang scene, he's sitting alone and sad in the tree in the background.
Oh, hold on. I'll pull it back up.
Okay.
I don't even have to play the audio, so it should be pulling up now. I should be able to mute it. Hold on. I'm gonna skip to
Yeah.
the part.
So
Oh,
not
can we
in
not
that one.
see him here?
No,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's the good thing you're tough. The good thing you're tough one.
Okay, hold on.
It's right
I
at the
can pull
very
it up
end.
at the very, very tippy end. Okay, hold
Yeah. Someone's like, Winton's dad. Yeah, Cornelius. So we found out from the animators and the Behind Blue podcast that like they've been doing this ongoing storyline with Cornelius this entire time, like as a joke for them of him
Mhm.
like dating in the background, and then being really sad that he can't find anyone. And then of course it like
Mhm.
all worked out perfectly for Joe Brum's storytelling for
Mhm.
TV Shop, and then of course the sign. So
Mhm.
yeah, you can see him there. So if you go back just like a little bit, like
Hold on.
you can see
Oh,
him just like I
right?
know it's like such a flash.
He is
Yeah.
sad. Oh my god.
Yeah, poor Cornelius.
And then he notices. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
that is incredible. I didn't catch that. Oh my god.
it's just because I've done so many videos on him and the Terrier's mom.
Yeah.
That like it is such a blink and you miss it kind of moment. But again, it's like that background storytelling that's been going on this whole time that you don't notice unless someone really points it out to you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it was there the whole time. Like
That's
it was
crazy.
all leading up to it. The pool from season 1, and like yeah. It's someone here is like, I'm so glad he found the Terrier's mom. I'm really hoping we get a mini-sode on them. Hey, really,
Oh
really
my
hoping.
god. That gave me chills. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I really do
I-
hope we do.
I hope so. So then I guess going on from that then is our favorite Easter eggs. So my favorite Easter egg is, I'll pull it up here, is the spider
so
web.
good.
So this is one of the cutscenes that they did, and the spider web works on 2 parts. One, spider webs are always perfect. Like they're perfect, like symmetrical, everything like that. And of course, the episode is perfect, but they're also tough because they're so perfect. So it's
Ooh.
like the strongest way you can make a web is this way. That's why they're so tough and durable for catching flies and insects and things like that. So the spider web is both perfect and tough. So I was like, oh, that's so smart that they put that as
That
the
is smart.
cutscene. Like again, the cutscenes are always so amazing. But yeah, that's my favorite
Absolutely.
Easter egg is that I think it's so good. Oh, someone's like, what about the long dogs? Don't
Do
worry.
you have it?
I do.
Okay,
So
okay.
we've got, it's the chair game. And if you guys look in the background into the kitchen,
I
into
see
the
it.
fruit bowl, you can see the little green long dog there, just like sticking himself up. Just so cute.
That is awesome. I love that.
But yeah.
Um,
What was your favorite Easter egg though?
okay, besides that spiderweb one, because it being like it's like hidden in plain sight, and it's like such a blink and you miss it moment.
Mm.
That like unless someone literally says it, like I didn't realize that until Otago Margie said it last night. When we were discussing this podcast, that is such an amazing Easter egg. But what I found to be really, really cool, I'll be sharing here,
Mhm.
is this drawing. In the drawings, you can notice that Bandit and Bluey have the same belly mark. Now, Bluey doesn't normally have that. And I think that's really cool. If anybody knows where I'm going,
Oh.
children's drawings in mental health level usually have specific details that are extremely telling for how a child views the people around them. And with her choosing to purposely having a yellow belly like Bandit in the drawing, even though she has a light blue one, it shows that she feels like she's has this extreme special connection to her father, which is just a beyond sweet detail. I thought that was an amazing special touch by the artist.
Oh, I did not even realize that. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Hang on a second. I want to see. Someone just said the face patch as well. Like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
her,
yeah.
she's got 2 patches there, but in that drawing
Mhm.
she only had 1.
Yeah,
You guys are so smart.
I'll
Oh,
share it again. Yeah, so
yeah.
the similarities is very telling, or like the specific
Yeah.
details that children use in drawing, like if someone's like taller than the child even though they're the same height, if someone doesn't have a face, it's like if someone's not smiling, there's like a lot of little like psychological stuff with like children drawing. So I thought this was a really neat Easter egg that they honestly didn't need to put that much effort into. They could have just like made it
Yeah.
similar, but that is, I don't know, I like little special little touches like that just makes me so happy.
Oh, I'm loving the comment section here, guys, where like someone's like, "You're making my face rain," and like she wants to be a little bandit.
Yeah,
That's
I'm so happy.
that is actually that's a really good Easter egg, a solid one.
Yeah.
The other one I was gonna say as well is I'm gonna do a video on this eventually, guys, because I finally I figured it out from very nicely talking to one of the animators at Ludo Studios. But the bathtub magnets for ages were getting to me because I'm like, they have to mean something. Turns out they do. They're like the initials for some of the people who work on the show. And so we see that again with the fridge scene here. And so, hang on,
Yellow belly again.
I'm going to move the banner away. So yeah, yellow belly again. Oh, that's so cool. The magnets here are ARCT, which of course, usually like on the fridge, you see B and C for Bandit and Chili. But in this case, obviously, that's not who they're representing. But ARCT does reference the art directors and the lead designer for this episode. So I'm just going to... Hang on, there we go. I'm going to add my screen here to this as well. So ARCT. And then if I present to you guys, where's my screen? There we go. Perfect. There we go. So yeah, so if you look there, so ARCT, A is for Alice Walsh, R is for Rob Smith, C is for Costa Kassab, and T is for Trudy Monteith. So
Such
it's like
a cool Easter egg. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's always like to basically just like, you know, recognize like the amount of effort that they put into the show, and it's their own way of putting in their own little Easter eggs. So yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
I think you mentioned that sometimes, like as you said, the magnets are like supposed to represent the crew members, but sometimes the crew members that are represented for the magnets aren't listed in the credits sometimes, even though they've worked on the episode, which is infuriating on an Easter egg level.
So the Brisbaneite, yes, I have talked to a couple of the animators and Geoff Bush as well, but like never like officially on video. Like they're very kind at always answering my questions when I message them. And it's always very helpful when I'm trying to figure out a certain Easter egg that I'm like, I'm almost 100% sure it's this. And I'll message them. I'm like, I want to double check. Is this right? And they'll be like, wow, I can't believe you got that. It's usually Studio Ghibli references. So I was like, yes, I knew I did.
Oh,
or they'll tell me when I missed one. Like, I missed the yellow buggy in, what was it? In Relax. In the episode Relax, the new one in the underground garage. And I thought it was weird. I'm like, that's a very specific yellow beetle, like the car. And it also had a green like note on it. I was like, that's weird. And then, yeah, it turns out it is a reference to the yellow beetle from the Japanese film Lupin III. And when he's like driving away with all the money in the car, that's why the green note's the money.
That
Yeah.
is so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah,
A
so they,
Lupin
like
reference. That's such a weird random thing.
yeah, so that's the thing is when people are just like, "Oh, you really, like, try to, like, really, like, find references when they're not there." I'm like, "No, I'm not finding them when they're not there, like, they are there.
I'm
They are just
not crazy.
hidden so deep." Yeah, I'm like, I make sure I get confirmation, thank you very much, like, I double check, I don't wanna be someone's like, "Wow, like a cheat code." Yeah, they're
That's
very
awesome.
kind, they're very kind.
Oh my god.
I'm still waiting for someone's like, "Yeah, the Sans reference, that one was really cool." I'm still waiting for
Oh
someone to
yeah,
talk
I
about
love seeing the little
Crispy
Sans
Stan.
reference. That makes me happy.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so we've hit the 30-minute mark. So I will throw in our ticket then for our general Q&A. So those of you in the comments here on the live chat, yeah, feel free to ask us anything. We'll do like maybe 5-10 minutes of live Q&A. So yeah, feel free to ask us any question that you want. Someone said here, the Bluey artists are really attentive for references.
Oh
They
my
are.
god.
I mean, they all love anime as much as like the next person. Like that's their job. And if you look at any of like their Twitter accounts or Instagram, like a lot of them are into Pokemon, into
Mhm.
Japanese anime. So that's why we always see a lot of those references in it.
Yeah, and
But
if
yeah.
you like you said, if you go to one of their Twitters, sometimes you'll see like their behind the scene production notes and like say
Mm.
like on Dragon, oh my god, what's the lead animator? Uh designer, lead art
Costa
director,
Casab? Yeah.
Costa, yeah. She has this or he always has this like amazing like behind the scenes stuff and he's like explaining like, "Oh, this is a reference from this studio for Stibly whatever thing."
Studio
It's
Ghibli.
like
Yeah.
Studio
Ghibli.
Ghibli. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a couple of questions to do some quick answers. So Justine, I have done a video about Grandpa Bob before. If you just type in Grandpa Bob and barbecue, I think I talked about it there. And then Wolf, I did do an updated video of Relax when it aired on Disney. So
Mhm.
if you type in, I don't know, Aussie Girl Monkey Relax, I added that part into my updated like top 5. I think it was like top 5 fun facts from Relax, and that was one of them.
Oh, okay,
Um,
cool. If you want, I could pull it up on the screen. I have it here now.
oh, you do? Oh, look at you
Yeah.
go, man.
I have my whole editing software up because I want to be as prepared as possible. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little.
Yeah.
Where's my zoom in thing? Hold on.
But yeah, so you can
It's
see.
right there. I'm gonna zoom in even further.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Bingo. Right there.
Yeah, and you can see the little green dollar bill on it as well, or
Mhm.
$100 bill in this case. But yeah, and then that's the exact same one from Lupin the Third.
Yeah,
think
which
it's
is so
like-
cool.
Castello, yeah. So okay, someone here asked, who do you think is Bluey's husband?
Oh,
future husband.
okay. Well, I mean, this is Okay, so I'll be honest. I really do think it is Mackenzie. I feel like there's too many signs and clues that lead it to being Mackenzie over anyone. I'm trying to remember. There was like a specific thing in that episode that led me to believe it was Mackenzie. Besides, like all the foreshadowing before.
I think it was we thought initially she'd borrowed it from Mackenzie, but
Oh
turns out
yeah,
she
yeah,
borrowed
yeah.
it
But
from
that was
Chucky.
actually from Chucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like in the first season, she dreams about Mackenzie opposed to anybody else, and that was the first time we saw Mackenzie. What a weird choice.
Yeah.
And then like it's like we're not gonna get married or whatever. Or like Winton's like, ooh, you're gonna get married, and it's like, okay, well that's foreshadowing. I mean, they've already foreshadowed crazy minute details with like Cornelius in the background, and now with Winton, this is in the foreground and it's like literally being said with dialogue. It's a lot less subtle than that. I don't see why it wouldn't be
Yeah.
Mackenzie.
I agree. I think there's a lot of really fun little jokes about it being Jean-Luc, like especially the joke to it like with Star Trek. So the Jean-Luc character in Star Trek, when he's like taken over by the Borg, he's got the same mask. Guys, I have a whole like Jean-Luc video coming out next week, like, and I specifically talk about it in that too. But I think maybe it's Mackenzie as well. But next question though, what character would you like to see one of the mini episodes on?
Well, Jack. Like, why not? I want to see more Jack and Rusty. I would love to see more of just Jack's family. Like we saw that in Explorers. Maybe like seeing like how the family plays with Jack, because I don't know, we don't really see that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's not like the most like thrilling type episode. I just want more Jack.
Yeah. So I just have to, before I answer that question, Amy, I see your question here. Oh, where is it? Here you go. Can you please do a video on why Bingo was in hospital? It's coming out tomorrow. Like I've already
Oh
done
my
it and I've
God.
uploaded it.
There you go.
That video is literally coming out tomorrow. So tomorrow is the Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound Bingo sick in the hospital video.
Mhm.
So fun facts, guys. There you go. I know what video is coming out tomorrow. For me, the mini-sode, I want to see Pom Pom. I want to see
Yes.
more than anything. I want to see Winton and the stepbrothers, like with the
Yes.
terriers, as a stepbrothers, like fun little episode. And I want to see Coco's family. I want to
Yes.
see the
All three
dynamic
great.
of all those kids because they've messed up twice
Mhm.
now with the animation of her family because Coco is meant to be the youngest. She is meant to be like the last one because when she was a baby, everyone else was like little
Mhm.
kids and teenagers. But then
Mhm.
when we see them again in the show, when Coco's mom picks her up from school and explorers, they're all the same age still.
Mhm.
So all of a sudden, like her younger siblings are younger than her. And then in
Mhm.
the Where's Bluey book, it's the same thing as well. They're like the same age as her. So like,
Mhm.
I want to see Coco's family corrected. Someone else is like, yes, Coco's family.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing a mini episode centered around pregnant Brandy. Like that would be
Yeah.
awesome to explore it further as they didn't have the runtime to explore it far enough, I suppose, in the sign. I would love them to explore it now with a mini-sode. I mean, they
That'd
don't
be a
need a
good
lot of
way.
time, I guess, maybe
Yeah.
to just do little things here and there.
I think that would
Just
be
more
really
info
good.
on it would be cool. Or even just the children like supporting her pregnancy. Be like, oh my God, that's so great. Just like, real wholesome stuff,
Yeah. I like this one from NZ Gorham. What tattoo do you think Bandit will get in the mini-sode? Because we do know that he's going to get a tattoo. It's like one of the main focuses for the mini-sodes. I think it's going to be one of those like removable tattoos.
Oh my God. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really don't see why it wouldn't be that. We have other characters that have tattoos in the Blueyverse, like Cherry and Chippy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cherry has one it's very hard to see in like one particular point, and in her concept art she has a tramp stamp.
Love that's like one of my like most successful deep dive characters, which was so random. I was like, oh, apparently everyone really wants to know more about Cherry. But yeah, she had a lot of different tattoo options, and the tramp stamp one was my favorite. I thought that was so
Mhm.
funny.
But what it would be for Bandit, I don't know. I wouldn't mind some more like pop culture, like Indiana Stones, or even just like archaeology stuff, or maybe just something
Yeah.
wholesome like that's special for Bluey and Bingo. I don't know. What if it's like the markers from Rogue Island? Like, that'd be so
That'd be
cute.
funny. I do wonder if it's like a nice little nod to the fact that a lot of people have gotten Bluey tattoos. Like it's a big thing on the Facebook groups of people like showing off their special Bluey tattoos and what they've got
Yeah.
done. I think that's really cute. So I do wonder if it's like a bit of a nod to the audience for that as well.
Maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's of a human for some reason.
Yeah. I did also saw this as well. That you want to see more Pretzel and his moms. I hope that that's maybe what they do with the minisodes too. If they
Mhm.
plan to confirm what's going on with his two mums and that situation,
Right.
a
Mhm.
mini-sode would be a nice, easy way to do that. I think.
Yeah, that definitely
yeah.
would be. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me see what we got for some other questions. Oh, you guys are going fast. Oh, here we go.
We love a fast chat though.
I know. Will we get to see a love scene of Mort in a Vietnam War episode?
Wow, very specific.
It's very specific. I don't think that they're ever going to show war in Bluey. Like, obviously, war exists. There's armies, and Grandpa Mort was in them, and things like that.
And we kind of see Rusty's dad in like a barracks, sort of like hanging out. It's something like that.
Yeah. So the only chance I think that they would do it is if maybe they show Grandpa Mort not when he was like in the jungle, which is Vietnam, but maybe like fighting the Emu War as like
Oh
a
my
thing.
God.
So,
that would be such an Aussie thing to do.
It's so Aussie. And like they've already done it in the show. They had the board game that they were playing in Pavlova. It's the Great Emu War. So it's set up like Risk, but
No
it's
way.
all emus and
No
so like that was their
way.
little joke to it. So I think that would be a really funny thing and a really cool way of showing Australian
Mhm.
history specifically.
Mhm.
I'd love a mini Emu War episode. I think that'd be so
Mhm.
funny.
Random thought, and this branching off of this, it might be a bit too dark to show, but maybe showing like more like the children playing with like pretending to do the emo war, and like Mort for some reason has like dialogue about it, or just like I served in that or something, or like maybe I want to say like PTSD, but I don't know how good it would be to have adult PTSD moment.
Yeah.
For that. And it's like that's a pretty drastic thing. PTSD
Yeah.
on war is really drastic.
I love seeing some of you guys' ideas, like the Cat Squad one. I also love this, getting a mini episode maybe about Chili's mom. I think that could be really cute. Like why does she ride horses? Like something to do with that, or like
Yes, I would love that.
Brandy and Chili's mom throwback one. Like I think that would be really cute. Something like that would be really, really nice.
Connor, on my chat, I'm not sure if it's showing up
Mhm.
on yours, but there's a image of Bingo drumming on these like 4 amazingly colorful drums. Have you seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
I have it on my
is it
Discord. Let me
recent?
pull it up. It's pretty recent. It's like
Ah,
it's a reference to the minisodes. Like it was like after the minisodes release, that image could be found on like in the website's files. Let me find it real quick.
yes.
Hold on.
I love how
Discord's
good
updating.
like Discord and like all of you guys, like I've just started to finally like follow everyone on Instagram and Twitter as well. But that's fantastic. I'm so excited. There's 20 minisodes. Like that's a lot of content.
Yeah.
And like we know we're getting a Nana one, we know we're getting Grandpa Bob one, a Unicorse one, Tattoo one, Escape,
Mhm.
based drawing one. So like yeah, we've got a lot. That's 5
Mhm.
out of like the 20. So I'm so excited. And 20, if they still haven't said, guys, whether or not they're going to release one a
Found
week,
it.
one a day. I'm assuming it's going to be one a week. That makes the most sense.
Mhm.
And that's great because that's 20 more weeks of content for us. So
Right, yeah.
that'll go. So, all right, I'm
So
going to throw this up now. Oh, I
it's
didn't see
beautiful.
that.
It's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's
Oh,
a bunch of different posters that you can find in the website.
wait,
So
what website?
animals on the Bluey website. Hold on. I think they image
What?
sources on the Bluey website. So go here. I'll send these to you later.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah,
these are definitely the titles then for some of the minisodes.
right. So
Easily.
there's letter with young bandit, which makes me like that makes me like so emotional for some reason. I just want to see what young bandit said in his diary. That's so cute. Uh,
Yeah.
Burger Dog. I should have sent you these when I got them. I just assumed that you like get everything before
No,
me,
because
so I didn't send it.
I'm not on Discord. Yeah. Oh, Bingo
Yeah.
3000.
Hungry.
Hungry.
And this is just like a random thing. So I guess the episodes are going to be listed in the backgrounds eventually. But here's like a bunch of characters. Maybe each character is going to have a certain mini-sode.
I assume as much. I also think that's what the extended intro was for this mini-sode.
Oh my god, you're so smart. But yeah, this one's
Yeah,
beautiful. What a
that's
beautiful
gorgeous.
drawing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Oh, send those
cancel
to me,
sharing
please.
screen. I
Yeah.
will. I will.
Well, there you go, guys. You got to see it first here. Leaked photos and images for the mini-sodes and some ideas of what we might be getting. I
Mhm.
did look up where I had previously found the names of all the season 3 episodes, where they have to like copyright the names to them. But nothing had been put out yet for the mini-sodes when I looked last. So that'll be
Mhm.
interesting. I'm sure they'll update that soon because it's June 16th, 14th.
Oh my god.
That
I don't
Sunday. It's that
remember.
June 16th. Yeah, June 16th in Australia, and July is when it will come out on Disney.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I'm pretty excited. All right, cheeky dogs, we've been going at this for we will have to wrap it up. But thank you all so much for coming and for the compliments on my beautiful glasses that are helping me get over my eyesight. I
Mhm.
appreciate all the love always. But
Yeah.
Pugly, what is your next video that's coming out for you?
My next video is going to be a topic that is not discussed in the community anymore, but when I joined it, it was. So it was on my list of things because I need to do a short video because my recent one is taking too long to make. But anyways, it's about Bandit, whether or not he became like a worse father as the series went on. I know that's such like a weird thing to do, but like Bandit has like some inherent flaws that they purposely written into the character as the series went on. But I'll elaborate on that. And it's kind of more of like a jab at people thinking on like is Bandit a bad father, and it's like no, he's not. It's like it's just
Yeah.
one of those type of random videos I do, I guess, to debunking certain thoughts, I suppose.
Yeah. And then yeah, for me, I have 2 videos that'll be coming out over the next 2 to 3 days. So tomorrow's video is going to be why was Bingo sick in the hospital, as well as a deep dive into Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound and all the Easter eggs in that. And then I do also have a character deep dive of Jean-Luc coming out, and I'm slowly working on my every single new character that we've had in season 3 video and like their real life dog breed. So those are my 3 videos that are slowly coming out this week. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, guys, subscribe, hit the like buttons, the comments, everything like that. It really means a lot to us when you guys do that, of course. And we will be doing another live stream podcast once those minisodes start to air. So we will maybe do either a deep dive into one of the minisodes or on maybe the episode Escape, because we're getting something like that. Something like that. So we'll keep you guys updated with it all.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you guys next month.
Yeah. All right, then. Otherwise, we will see you cheeky dogs later. Bye.
All right, bye guys. Bye.